Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the PS2 Collector. And on this episode today, I thought let's talk about the PS2's competitor, a worthy competitor, and that is the original Xbox, which came out in 2001. And as you know, I'm a huge PlayStation fan, but at the time, Xbox was new in the market, and guess what? I bought into the Xbox, and I want to share my memories about this amazing and very underrated console. Stay tuned. Right guys, so let's begin. Let's go back in time. The year is 2001, and 2001 was an amazing year in gaming, and also a sad year as well, because it began with the end of Sega in the console market after all those years making the greatest games and the greatest consoles the world's ever seen. The Dreamcast was the swan song for Sega, and it was very sad because I'm a huge fan of Dreamcast. I remember playing games like Power Stone, Power Stone 2, Shenmue, Sonic Adventure in '99. Absolute amazing games, and it was sad to see them go out like that. And with them going out, there was a space in the market. Nintendo and PlayStation were thriving. Nintendo was waiting for the GameCube to be released in 2001, but a new competitor wanted to compete as well. I'm surprised it took them quite a long time to get into the gaming market, and that was Microsoft. And at the time I was thinking, Microsoft in the gaming market just makes sense, because normally on the Windows PC, Microsoft was thriving and loads of great PC games came out. And to be fair, the PC version was the best version of games and still is today. The graphics on PC compared to consoles, there's no competition whatsoever. So the month was November 15th, 2001. The Xbox came out, and I've got to say, when I first saw the design, I wasn't, blown away. It just looked like a simple box, and it took me a couple of years to get the Xbox. Let's be real, it took me a couple of years, but this is my Xbox here, and I got the Xbox Crystal. So let me show you guys. The damn thing is heavy though. That's one thing I've got to say. This was ridiculed for being very heavy because the hardware that's in it. But this is my Xbox Crystal right here, and I've got to say the Crystal is an amazing and very good looking console, because I just love the simplicity of the see-through on it. And yeah, the design was quite simple, quite basic. And if you look at the time, if you compare PS2 and the Xbox, graphics, Xbox was way better. Another thing that I liked about the Xbox was, and it was the first of its kind, let me add that, it had internal hardware. Think about it, for so many years I had to go through so many memory cards. It was ridiculous. I think back in 2000 I was playing Tekken Tag Tournament, and I had to leave my PS2 on overnight because I did not have a memory card, and I was thinking, damn, why can't we just save the game eternally? And it was a very different time back then, because no consoles had internal hardware. You had to get basically physical hardware like memory cards, and trust me, memory cards, especially official ones, were very expensive, and I found that quite annoying, and this helped with that. And the only negative with that is the supreme weight of the console, but that not put me off whatsoever. And let's talk about the games for the Xbox. What can I say? I'm gonna put this down before I hurt myself. So let's talk about the games that Xbox provided. Basically, it has similar games with the PS2. Whatever games came out on PS2 also got an Xbox port. But what exclusives could Xbox have? What can it differentiate with the PlayStation? And let me show you. The first game I've got here is Dead or Alive 3. The graphics for this game, even to this day, looks beautiful and amazing. Dead or Alive, where are you guys, man? Dead or Alive, where are you? I've been waiting for your games for like nearly 10 years, man. Come on, man. You gotta come back. Tekken's on his knees with the latest flipping update. Bloody hell, Tekken. You gotta fish yourself. But back to the game. Dead or Alive 3 for the Xbox. Brilliant looking game. And as far as I'm aware of, I still think that this is an Xbox exclusive. And the best way to find out it was an Xbox exclusive is that on top of here, only on the Xbox. But I think this only got an Xbox release. I think there was plans for it to be released on the PlayStation 2, but I think the deal did not fall through. And other games I had for the Xbox was Blinx the Time Sweeper. This is a very good 3D action platformer where you can freeze time. As far as I remember, this game did have a sequel, but by the time I had a sequel, 2004, 2005 was just overblown and stacked with games. So Blinx the Time Sweeper, really good game. I'm just waiting for a remaster by Xbox to come out so I can revisit that. Wow, this game, bloody hell, took me by surprise, and that is Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay. What a game. 10 out of 10. I don't give games 10 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, I don't give games 10 out of 10. But this game here, 10 out of 10, and I've got to say something that this might stir some emotions here. I think this is one of the greatest games of all time, and easily one of the best movie tie-in games ever made. The attention to detail and the voice acting in this game, phenomenal. You can tell that Vin Diesel put heart and soul into this game. Despite the Riddick character being, very less spoken of, he made it look authentic. You gotta give him props for that. The graphics for his time, really good environment, really good puzzle solving. Guys, you've got to try this game. There was a remaster on the Xbox 360, so if you want to play the best version of this game, play the Xbox 360 version. You guys won't be disappointed. A really good game for the Xbox. The next game I've got is... Now, this is a collection of sorts, so it's Street Fighter Anniversary Collection. So the games you got was Street Fighter 2 and Street Fighter Third Strike. So really good 2 games collection. It also has online, so you can play online. Let me tell you now, when it comes to online, comparing it to PS2, Xbox was way ahead in online gaming than PlayStation. It took PlayStation a couple of years to catch up in the online market because we're entering a new generation where online gaming was taking over, and Xbox were the innovators of that. And the first game that I can think of was Halo, but I'll get to that. Street Fighter Collection, decent game. It's just a collection. If you've not played the previous game before, if you want to try for the first time, give this one a go. And the next game is, basically the previous generation's Forza, and that is Project Gotham Racing. Now, Gran Turismo was good, but this game here, very underrated because it has licensed cars, the graphics and the environment. Beautiful looking game, absolutely beautiful looking game. This, led to Forza, but Project Gotham Racing is a really good racer. Look at the graphics, look at the graphics, look at screenshots, man. Xbox were trying their best to get their foot through the door with these games, and them being exclusive, you had to buy the Xbox just to play these kind of games, and trust me, I was all in it. And the next game is, wow, bloody hell, talk about a game that defined a console. Talk about a game that defined a console, and that is the original Halo on the Xbox. I'm going to say PS2 there, PS2 collector, most remember it. But this game here, man, defined the Xbox. It saved the Xbox. It put Xbox foot through the door, and it sent out a message to PlayStation, because this game, era defining, absolutely era defining. Without this, God knows where gaming will be, because Xbox were, they were trying to get exclusive, trying to get, their foot through the door, trying to make a statement. This was their statement. This was their statement. And what else can I say? If you've not played the original Halo, get the Master Chief Collection right now. Get it and play it. And there's rumours and I hope it's true. I hope it's true that PlayStation 5 are gonna get the Master Chief Collection, and I'm just waiting. If it does happen, after seeing Forza get announced for PS5, if they announce Halo Trilogy with trophies and platinums, I'm all for it. I'm all for it, because loads of gamers, especially PlayStation gamers and PlayStation fans, that have not played this amazing franchise, and they've got to get into it. And an Xbox and Microsoft, if you're watching, release it on the PlayStation today, please. I just want that to be released on PS5 and get those damn trophies. On to the next game. Flipping out, man. Halo 2. Halo 2. Just when you thought Xbox could not make Halo better, this game came out. When I think about early online gaming in the 2000s, this was it. Halo 2, Alien Party. What else do you need? The amount of fun that this game provided, not just the story and everything is amazing, but the online, wow, absolutely wow. This game, the connection, Xbox was just doing bomb after bomb. I'm thinking, Halo 2, greatest third-person shooter of all time, in my opinion. Or is it Halo 3, man? Flipping hell. Is it Halo 2, Halo 3? I'll let you guys decide which one's a better game, Halo 2 or Halo 3. But for me, I enjoyed Halo 3, man. I enjoyed Halo 3, man. Damn it. I'm gonna have to give it to Halo 2 just because how great and how iconic it is. I've got to say Halo 2. But Halo 3 is not far off, that's for sure. But if you disagree with that, leave it in the comments below. And guys, try it. Absolutely try it. So normally I don't buy the same game for different consoles. Normally I buy one per console, but sometimes the games are so good that you have to buy it for both consoles. And let's begin with this one here. Burnout 3 Takedown for the Xbox and Burnout 3 Takedown for the PlayStation 2. I've said it many times, I say it again. The greatest 3D racing game, arcade racing game of all time. How this game has not been remastered is a mystery. EA, fix up, remastered this game. Because I don't want to see another port of Burnout Paradise. Because Burnout Paradise has been on the PS3, Nintendo Switch, the Xbox One, Xbox Series X, the PS4. Bloody hell, how many games you going to release for Burnout Paradise? But let's get back to this game. This game here, people, if you've not tried it, give this game a go. Because this game for me, when it comes to arcade racing games, this is perfection. Perfection and quality and the graphics. What else do you need to say? But if I had to recommend which one would you prefer me to buy it on? I've got to say the Xbox, because the graphics are a bit more better and the controls for me were more comfortable on the Xbox than it was on the PlayStation 2. Not to say the PS2 controls were bad, but I've just found it more comfortable with it on the Xbox. But I'll let you guys decide. Was Burnout 3 Takedown better on the PS2 or the Xbox? Leave it in the comments below. The next one, it was a rare thing where character exclusivity was mentioned in this game. So Soul Calibur 2 was released on the GameCube, was released on the Xbox and on the PS2. Each game had their own exclusive character. So Nintendo got Link, and that's the most expensive version. The PS2 version only costs like £5. The Xbox is similar, £5. But the GameCube version is about 20 quid. Link was, don't get me wrong, Link was the best exclusive character. In the middle was Spawn on the Xbox and Heihachi for the PS2 version. So I've got these two here. So I've got the PS2 version and I've got the Xbox version. You can see Spawn on the front cover and you can see Heihachi on the front cover on here. So each cover had different swords. On the Nintendo version, I don't know what sword it is. I think it might have been a sword, it might have been Link's sword. But here is the Soul Calibur sword, and here is Nightmare sword. Absolutely, or slash the Soul Edge sword. Absolutely brilliant art design with the front covers. And yeah, so there's no difference between the games. Both games play similar. Xbox frame rates are slightly better, but I'm talking about it in the minimal scale. But if you've not tried Soul Calibur 2, give it a go. A really good and fun game. What else? So I'm just gonna go through these one by one. So I had Midnight Club 3 Double Edition. I had Need for Speed Underground 2. I bought this on the Xbox or the PS2 version because I thought it looks way better on the Xbox. I also had that's Xbox 360. Driver 3. Now Driver 3 for me, terrible game. The best version of this game is on the PC. The Xbox 360 version run a bit better, but the PS2 version was the most terrible version. I also had Deuced, a really good racing game. Burnout Revenge, my word. I chose the Xbox version of the PS2 version just because of the graphics and because the controller was more comfortable on the Xbox than the PS2. I thought, you know what? Let's get the Xbox version. Also had Pro Evolution Soccer 5, and guess what, people? I prefer the PS2 version because the controls on the PS2 version just fits a hand like to a glove. Xbox tried with their control, but it's just that the controls is too chunky. Like you can't, like, you know, it's not comfortable playing a footy game with an Xbox controller. They got it right in the future generations, that's for sure. And another games I had was another exclusive, Rally Sport Challenge. I also had Need for Speed Underground 1. I also had Rainbow Six. And finally Flat Out. So not many games on the Xbox compared to the PS2. Now what legacy did the original Xbox, and let me get this big chunk of lard again. What legacy did this lead to? So for me, competition is healthy. Competition gets the best out of gaming, and in this generation, competition was at its best. And unfortunately, with the for me, I think Xbox is done. It is done in the market. Once Forza went onto the PlayStation, Xbox has waved the white flag, and I'm now looking to the future of digital gaming, where they do a streaming service just like Netflix, where you can buy games and play them digitally. And with me, I am physical gaming all the way, because I would rather own a game than own it digitally. If you own it digitally, you don't physically own the game, and that's my perception. I'm never unsure why people spend £80 on a digital game. It doesn't make sense. And with the pricing of Nintendo Switch 2, $80 or £80 for Mario Kart 9 World, £90 for a digital game. Back in the day, even to today, you would spend £90 for a limited edition. Now limited editions now, with the way the price is going, are going to be in excess of £150 to £200, which is really ridiculous and makes it very unaffordable. With the way the climate's now, with all these tariffs that Donald Trump has put on, it's going to be a very difficult market, especially for the consumer, to buy the games. And for me, that's a tremendous shame. And what else can I say? It's very disappointing with the price aspect. But back to the competition, since Xbox has waved the white flag, there's been very low quality games, and that's allowed Nintendo Switch to get into the gripping position where they can say that they are the #1 in the gaming world. And you've got to say it's true, because Nintendo Switch was the best console, in my opinion, better than the PS4 and better than Xbox. Oh, PS4 and Xbox graphics, where is the Nintendo Switch? But when it comes to quality games, Nintendo Switch blew both of them out of the way. Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Mario Odyssey. Need I say more? And yeah, so that's my final thoughts on this video. I hope you enjoyed it, my rant and everything. But Xbox left a very good legacy, and this led on to Xbox 360. And for me, the Xbox 360 took the world by storm. I'm going to talk about it in the next or future episode. But guys, this was an amazing console, and it doesn't get talked about enough, unfortunately, due to the PS2's dominance. And yeah, a lot of people didn't trust the Xbox because it was new, it was not popular like the PS2, like Nintendo's. But slowly they got the imaginations of the gamers on their side, and they threw away in the 2010s with the disaster that was Xbox One. Right guys, so that's my final thought of this video. Stay tuned for the midweek because I'm going to release episode 31 of the PS2 Collector because the damn postman delayed my post. If you're going to delay my post, make sure you're doing the damn bell rather than sending a notice through the flipping post box saying that, oh, your post is in the nearest mail center, go get it, which I am gonna. So hopefully I get that done. I'm gonna discuss that episode in midweek, and if you wanna see when my next content comes online, please subscribe. If you want to know when my channel comes online or next video comes online, click on the bell notification below. Anyways guys, until next time, and don't, as always, forget to subscribe.